Yeah, Buffalo Fanatics. It's Don Brown. Yeah, I'm a fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Play good, be humble. Number 17, the captain. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Ay, I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Just like Rico, going live, talking to my people. Cause the team's driven like West Hurt. Other teams can't, it's a repo. The opponents gotta call up Triple O. Bills Mafia, we heating up. We too electrical. We got Bean the Plug, electric show. We wired up, hit up Rico. He fired up. We know where we stand on the power rankings. Other teams fans in the
Ladies and gentlemen,
we protecting Josh.
Back at it again.
Rico got legends for interviews. How Buffalo Bills got the best fan base. Away games, red, white, blue in the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo Fanatics, it's your boy Rico back at it again. Welcome to a Saturday night edition of the Rico Report on the Buffalo Fanatics. If you guys have not smashed that like, do me a favor. It's Saturday, and smash that like real quick. If you haven't subscribed and you're new to the channel and you got kind of suggested over here, go ahead and hit that, man. If you San Francisco 49er fan, hit that. You know what time it is, man. Let's get this thing going. What's good, everybody? Salute to everybody in the chat. You know I got to start off with that because, I mean, it's not the same. It don't hit the same when you don't got people to interact with on the chat. You feel me? That's one of the better parts of doing this thing. Now, can we do it live without? Of course we can, but it's much more interactive. You know what I mean? When we get into it and we doing this thing, man. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. I say this to you guys all the time. This ain't gonna be a long one. This is a late night, but I kind of wanted to touch on it because I didn't go live with y'all last night. Obviously, my man Z-Bot and you guys are enjoying Thanksgiving weekend, so I gotta respect that. You know what I mean? People are traveling, they're going to see family. I'm not expecting Z-Bot to pick up all his equipment and go live and do his thing. But that's why it's a two-man show, and when one man can't, next man up. You know what I mean? That's how we roll. So salute to my guy Z-Bot, salute to my man Pierre, and all my American friends. That I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving weekend. I don't know, some of y'all do it on Thursday, some Friday, some can't get together until Saturday. Some of y'all did it today. So salute to everybody that if you guys had a great meal, great gathering, great for y'all, man. Because I mean, listen, man, it's not every day that we can get up, walk, breathe, and do all these things that we can. We got to be thankful that the good Lord has placed us where we're at. You feel me? So, and the good Lord has placed our team at 9-2 going into Sunday night football tomorrow night. So I wanted to jump on here and really get a cracking and talk about this San Francisco team, because if y'all think that we are just going to roll on through and steamroll this team just because, y'all got nothing coming. But I mean, I'm not here to, you shook Rico. I'm not here about all that. You know what I mean? I'm here to be a realist. I'm also here to kind of, show the bright side of this team and, the dark side of this team, because this team does have a dark side. I think we already know what time it is. And it hangs around, that defending the run part. Although I'm satisfied with how we do it when we really need to buckle down and stop the run. But the numbers are the numbers. We're near dead last in defending the run. Let's keep it a buck here. But we'll get into all that in just a moment. But I do want to get into some good news, and as we're in the midst of being thankful for certain things, our guy Josh Allen went ahead and did the old thing. You know what I mean? He made his lady Haley Steinfeld, made her an honest woman. It's like some old school folks like to say, make that lady an honest lady, and put a ring on that. And so he did. So salute to our guy, Josh Allen, man. He is engaged. He is now a fiance. You guys know what time it is, man. Whenever you propose and it's for men, it's a big deal, because you gotta get that ring. Some of us have the means to go out and spend a boatload, which is incredibly. Hey, if you got it, go ahead and get it. You know what I mean? And there's, thank goodness, there are some ladies that say, hey, I don't care how much it is, man. Just give me that thing for that symbol. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. I mean, I remember when it was my time, I was pretty young, man. I think I was like 21. 21, and I knew that I was gonna marry wifey, and I was like, yo, I gotta find the right, the right ring. So I took my moms with me. I was like, all right, let's try to figure this thing out, and like, how much you trying to spend, and how much this. Guys like Josh Allen, it's not about that. He can just say, I wanna, give me 10 rings. Let me take a look at them. How much they? All right, $500,000, cool, whatever, 100,000, all right, bet. 25. I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be pick a litter, man. I'm sure they went ring shopping. I'm sure of it. That's usually how it's done. You kind of just for fun. Let's go walk to the mall. Hey, if you were to look at one of these rings, what's pretty to you? You know what I mean? We setting it up, and the girls ain't stupid. They know what's good. They know okay, he all right. Let me show him what I want. I have never seen anybody come and wifey hates the ring. I don't know if you guys have any experiences where a friend that proposed to his lady and she didn't like the ring. That's wild. You should know your lady somewhat. You be dating. I'm sure you guys have pillow talk and what kind of ring that you would like, because pillow talk happens, right? But that being said, kudos to Josh. Kudos to my guy. He's got himself a fiance now, and we go from there. And you know what? Not only is Bills Mafia happy for my guy Josh, but he was being congratulated all over the league, right? Ashley Benson showing some love. The NFL saying congratulations. Isaiah Hodgins, the Bills showing love. I'm sure all the Bills Mafia was showing love. Listen, even Killer Trav, Serena Williams, you know what I mean? Like Jason Day official, like lots of people, like Shady McCoy, showing love to our guy Josh Allen and saying congratulations. And you know what? When someone makes a big deal to get married, it's a big deal, man. You got to show love, and you want to you listen. These days, unfortunately, these things don't last these days. So whenever you think you found that one person, you want to try to make it last as much as you can and not let all the nonsense get through it, man. I mean, wifey and I are 15 years deep. That's not bad, man. That's not bad, friend. Like, I mean, most folks are calling it quits after 3 months. So it's crazy. It's crazy, but good for our guy Josh Allen. However, there'll be some haters out there. Now, I don't know how true this is. I don't. But apparently, the old wifey wasn't so. I mean, someone said that she was hacked. If she wasn't, who knows, right? But I mean, somebody was making comments, and old lady came in and said, luckily, my boyfriend owns a team and doesn't play for one. Don't have to be with another brain dead CTE athlete. Golly, Britt. Now, I've spoken to Britt personally, not in this, but like years before. She is the nicest lady. I got nothing but love for that lady, man. She's super sweet. And I'll tell you a little quick story. I think it was myself, Z-Bot. We went to an event where Josh was doing commercials, for the West Her and stuff like that. We usually go to those West Her events anyway. And I was on the field doing my thing and whatever. And I was supposed to have like a couple minutes with Josh. And we just keep eluding each other anyway. And as he was walking away, and he had a lot of things to do, and Britt noticed that I was there to see him and talk to him, and Josh was about to walk away, and she goes, Josh, and he turns around, and she goes, Rico wanted to have where he just wants to say hi, and I appreciate it. She didn't have to do all that. And he came back. He's like, came back, dapped him up, and I was like, listen, I know you got to do stuff. We'll catch up later and do whatever we got to do. But she didn't have to do that. She knew what's up, and then I sat there and chat with their dog, and the dog stuff. I'm not a dog guy, but I gotta show love to the pup. But she showed love. She was really sweet. But if this is true, listen. Sometimes if things didn't work out the way you wanted to, and certain things are said, and it can get nasty. It can get nasty. So it's not my business, but it's out there. But nonetheless, I got none but love for Britt. I think she's super sweet. She's been great to BF. She's always showed love. She's answered back anytime we had questions or whatever. So it's love. Ain't no hate over here, girl. So Josh is doing him, you doing you, girl. And everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. So who knows, is that true or not? Anyways, neither here nor there. So congrats to our guy Josh. He's gonna be fiance. But you know how it is, man. When things are good. Maybe Josh has been in such a great place in his life. You know what I mean? No drama on the team, no drama off team. And he's just focused on his lady. He's focused on football. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I mean, Miss Haley is she's, I don't want to say good luck, but yo, listen, if my man's is happy, you keep my man's happy, yo, all that and more. All that and more. If this whole wedding thing gives him so much love that he wins us a Super Bowl or 2 or 3, shoot. You part of Bills Mafia now, girl. Just saying. Just saying. So salute to Haley Allen. Salute to Haley Allen, or it's probably going to be, I mean, they're actresses, right? They got to keep their name. So Haley Allen Steinfeld, Haley Steinfeld Allen. You know what I mean? Hey, kudos to the to the fiancés. Listen, I spent way too much time talking about Josh Allen and his wedding. You know what I mean? But kudos to them cats. Much love to them. I got a super chat coming in from my man Dan Brown. What up, Danny? Josh gonna be wearing 2 rings by the hey, listen, boy. Listen. I hope he gets the one on February 1st, get the big old rock, and then he get the, the one that's there forever. Oh, both of them there forever, but you know what I'm talking about. Listen, I hope it does happen. And by the way, side note, Disney is jacking up their prices again, and I'm conflicted. I don't know if I'm gonna sign up for it again. I don't know if I'm gonna sign up for it, man. For Canadians, I don't know what you guys, man. It went from super low price and it got jacked up to $89 for the year, and now it's going for $150. Golly, Disney, relax, man. I know it only equates to like $15 a month, but still, relax, settle down. You saw what happened to Netflix, man. Netflix jacked up the price, and they lost like a whole lot of people. Settle down now. Anyway, I digress. But let's get into this squad, this Bills. My man said, "Yo, don't sign up for Disney." I've had Disney now the last couple of years. My kids watch Disney. I watch Disney, for crying out loud. It's got all the stuff that I like. Now I got to make a decision on that. I don't like it. I'm not a fan right now. I'm not a fan. My man said, "Yo, I sent you a DM about that Disney. I got you." My guy Danny Brown coming through from Hawaii. Let's go. Listen, I love Disney, man. I love Disney. Disney, you my boy, Blue. Salute to my guy Dan. Dan Brown coming through. You just made my day, man. You just made my day. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand. So we are facing the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco. Are you worried in any way? Are you worried that we're coming off a bye? Are you worried that we might take these guys too lightly because of the injuries that they've sustained over the last few weeks? Where do we stand with all of this? Talk to me now, because I have my thoughts. I have my, I've got the thoughts in my head that I've been kind of mulling back and forth. And this is why podcasts, vidcasts are great, because it allows me to now, what is in my head, I can express it onto this mic. And I have an opportunity to do that because, it's Buffalo Fanatics. That's my baby, right? So that being said, how are you guys feeling about that? Because I can talk about it all day, but how are you guys feeling? Some folks are feeling mighty, mighty confident. Some folks are saying, hold on now. There's a whole lot of snow that's going to be dropping in Buffalo. That evens the playing field. I'm not about that. I don't see the snow evening the playing field, or making it sloppy and so on and so forth. Because I've used this example before. Don't think that it's just all of a sudden going to be a low scoring game. There are games where it's snow and it's a blizzard. Look back at the Pittsburgh and Browns game. That was supposed to be a low scoring game, and that was in their 20s. That game ended up in the 20s and stuff. I think it was in the 20s. So you can't look at that as it evens the playing ground. It might be no. The snow could be a high scoring game. Josh doesn't care. He'll cut through that win, no problem. And we got a 2-headed monster that runs the ball very well. So it doesn't worry me too much in that regard. I think we're still going to do what we normally do. But that'll be a whole nother ball game once we see what really truly gets in there. I don't know if Bills have put out their memo yet of come on and help shovel the snow out of the stadium. I'm sure they already did that already. So some of y'all are probably going to be heading there tomorrow morning to help, make this stadium tip top clean. But we'll see how that headed. You know what? We'll see how that goes down. By the way, 3-headed monster is correct. Ty Johnson is my guy. I love Ty Johnson. I think he's great. I think they're a great 1-2-3 punch. Now, let's talk about these injuries, because these injuries are a big deal It's a big deal for the 49ers, and it's a big deal for these Bills. So let's start off with these 49ers real quick because they are banged up. The banged up Niners. So the official injury report is out. Nick Bosa, their star defensive end that leads their team in sacks right now. I think he's got 6.5 or he's got 7 sacks. Let me just confirm that by looking at my stuff here. So Nick Bosa out. This is his second game that he'll be missing. He's dealing with a hip oblique is what's coming out from the Niners camp, a hip oblique situation. So he's out. He's arguably their best defensive player. And he's not even going to be able to be out there with his team. That's twice now. And you saw what happened to them last week against the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers were all over these boys. They did not give these boys a chance whatsoever. So Nick Bosa being out is big for our O-line. And our O-line have been dealing with defensive ends like Nick Bosa all year round, and they've been doing great things. So you will not have Nick Bosa out. And he actually does lead their team with 7 sacks. Next guy up is Leonard Floyd. We'll talk about Leonard Floyd in just a moment. But Nick Bosa out. Trent Williams, all-pro Trent Williams, future Hall of Famer Trent Williams will also be missing this game. He was apparently, hobbling around on a scooter and not able to put pressure on his ankle. So who knows how long he'll be out. And the 49ers are still in the thick of things in this NFC West. So this would have been a big game for them. And I still think it's going to be a big game for them. But he's out. Dre Greenlaw out. Diamador Lenore, knee, out. Aaron Banks, the left starting guard, out. And starting defensive tackle Jordan Elliott, out. Or these boys are banged up. It kind of reminds me of the Bills last year. We hobbled into the playoffs with the amount of players that we were missing. Not even just the players that we were missing, but players that were coming in saying, you know what, I'll give it everything I got, i.e. Rasul Douglas, right? So that in its own is crazy. And that doesn't stop there, folks. Brock Purdy, questionable with the shoulder. He's certainly going to play. There ain't no way he's not playing. He's got to give his team a chance, because I'll tell you right now, they ain't going to go with Brandon Allen again. That's for damn sure. Chris Conley, questionable. Kevin Givens is also questionable, but I heard that he could be out. So we'll see how that plays out. Fowles is out, and Renato Green, he is questionable. So we've got a few players that are questionable on this Niners team, right? Crazy to even think about it, right? And to even go further, Nick McLeod, they promoted Nick McLeod to the cornerback room, and also coming up from the practice squad will be Jalen Graham and Sebastian Gutierrez. All right, so they're banged up, man. They're going to the practice squad to really figure things out. And don't forget, they also go out to what's his name? Ward. I got to get his name down right, because he's going through something unimaginable right now. Something about last name Ward. I don't know. Tre'Davious Ward. I want to say Tre'Davious, but it's not that. It's Trevarius. I think it's Trevarius Ward. But he's dealing with something unimaginable. He lost his daughter, infant daughter. I don't know what it was. Some illness. So he's been away from the squad. I'll tell you, man. I would die if anything happened to my kids. So the good Lord has had plans, obviously, for my kids, and they're still here. They're still breathing. And sometimes you get called. You may get called up. You get called up to the Lord. Nobody knows why. And he's dealing with that, with family issues. So he ain't going to be playing. There it is. It's Charvarius. I got it right. So Charvarius Ward. And he's one of their better players as well. So he's not going to be playing. He's dealing with that. So there's a lot going on with San Fran, man. There's a lot going on with San Fran. And you hate to see that, man. You really do. So like a lot of these, you remember when our very own Marquise Goodwin, I say our very own, but Marquise Goodwin was dealing with that similar situation as well. So it's very tough you want to give support to a player like that. It's just crazy. And you never know what comes your way, but they're dealing with a whole lot of stuff is what I'm saying. So Will they be deflated or are they motivated? There's two ways you can deal with all these losses, right? These players not playing. Next man up. You guys already know what time it is. Next man up, and let's see what they got. And we've got to be on our P's and Q's when we face these boys, regardless of how you want to look at it. Because last time I checked, Brock Purdy still playing, CMC still playing, Deebo Samuels, George Kittle still playing, Jennings is still playing. So, like, they still got some boys out there. Fred Warner still playing. So they still, Leonard Floyd, they still got boys on that squad. They still have boys on that squad. So I'm not sitting here going, oh, woe is the 49ers. Nah, they still got some boys on there that can still make things happen. Their leading receiver is George Kittle. So he's gonna be ready. He's gonna be ready. So I'm putting it out there so people understand what we're dealing with. So those are the injuries that the 49ers are dealing with. As for the Buffalo Bills on this hand, we doing all right, baby. We doing all right. Let me find my. There we go. We're doing all right. So when it comes to the Buffalo Bills, I mean, you guys have already been, I guess, given the information already. You've seen the information. My guy, Thigh Doc, kind of came through and showed some love, and he knew who was going to be out, who's going to be in, based on the footage and how long certain things take to heal. So Terrell Bernard, full practice, full go, ready to roll. We get Spencer Brown back. That's a huge boost to the O-line. Dwayne Carter, practice isn't full, but he won't be playing. So he'll be activated in the next week or two. So I'll be glad to have that brother back to fortify the inside of the interior line. This will be great. Keon Coleman was limited all week. Chances are he'll play. I can't see him not playing. They didn't put him on the list to say he's out. So there's a chance he plays. And we didn't call anybody up, right? If you go back to here, we elevated tight end Zach Davidson and Mike White from the practice squad for Sunday's game versus San Fran. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Obviously, Matt Milano will be playing. We'll talk about it in just a moment as well. And Dwayne Carter obviously is going to be downgraded to out. He's not playing. So that being said, there's a lot to be happy about based on this injury list that we have here. Now, out, Tylen Grable, injury reserve. He's out, and Dalton Kincaid will not be playing this game. He'll probably be back for the Rams or the Lions game. So we'll see which one and how he's going about his rehab and how that thing's going. But everything else looks great. Everything else looks great. Curtis Samuel, good to go, full health. Dorian Williams, good to go, full health. Matt Milano returns. This is what you want to see. This is great. Amari Cooper, full practice. No limitations, full practice. Cast on or not. Maybe he comes in the game and he goes, yo, F the cast, let's go. I'm ready to roll. Or he keeps it on for precautionary reasons. Who knows? But yo, we have while the 49ers are dealing with all these health issues, the Bills are coming out of these health issues. And this is fantastic news. You want to see these things happen. And you look forward to seeing these things happen. So good news for the Bills. And now it's all about connecting the dots. Connecting the dots and making sure that we come through and we handle business like we're supposed to handle business. My man Walter says, I swear the Bills are trying to be funny with the Mike White move conveniently the same week that Milano comes back. Listen, let's get into it because I don't get it myself. And I hope it's not for arrogant reasons. And I say that because do we think that we're going to be up so high and so much on these 49ers that we're going to be sitting Allen early and Trubisky is going to need a backup just in case he gets hurt, so Mike White is activated? Who knows? I don't get it. Is there I just can't put my thumb on it. I can't put my thumb on this. I mean, Mike White being activated from the practice squad. He hasn't touched the freaking field. And all of a sudden, the day we come back from a bye, he's activated. So we're going to have 3 active quarterbacks on the field. Does Joe no say? You got me speaking Spanish now. Joe no say, I don't know. What's up with that move? What's up with that move? Like, are we trying to be funny saying, hey, the last time these two were on the field together, obviously, was when Mike White got pummeled by Matt Milano. So I don't know. They're trying to be funny. I don't get it. I'm sure we'll know a lot more tomorrow if they speak on it. But like Mike White playing, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. So we'll see. Yeah, man. ¿Por qué, man? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué are you having Mike White on the freaking field? You know what I mean? If you ask me, I'll just say, yo no sé. Yo no sé por qué. I don't know why. I don't know why. So we'll see. We'll see how that all shakes out. 3 quarterbacks on the field. I don't get it. I haven't seen that in a long time. Anyway, that being said, that's how we are doing it, man. That's how we're doing it. So Mike White playing or active, and then we'll go from there. My man said, yo, West Kentucky legend. I mean, yo, collegiately, he was all right. Now that he's in the league, he's done some things, but I just don't get the move. I don't get the move. So I don't know. Maybe they're being funny. Maybe they have a strategy. I hope it's just not on the arrogant side that we're going to be up so much and it's snowing. So we just want to be, I just don't get it. But now we're a humble enough team that we wouldn't do something like that. So there's got to be a reason for it. Maybe something contractually. I mean, maybe they're doing him a solid. And you know, it could be that too, right? Some teams are mindful enough that they know certain things about certain players and contract clauses and all that good stuff. So they might say, hey, man, we're going to make you active so you can get this because you're such a good guy. I don't know. But I don't know any team that likes to just give money away either. So go figure. I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out. So that being said, that's the injury info for both the San Francisco 49ers and these Bills. So let's cut to the chase, people. How do these Bills beat these 49ers, and what should we avoid? Now, before we get into that, I'm looking at the chat right now. I try to pay attention to the chat so I can interact with you guys. I can't tell you how annoyed and irritated I was with the Raiders. And I can't tell you how annoyed and irritated I am with the Kansas City Chiefs, how they keep getting away with winning these games they have no business winning. They got no business winning, man. Yo, these boys make me sick, but I also love it because all this shit's going to come to an end. Part of my language. All this stuff is going to come to an end at one point. And what I love the most is you look back at their record and they're winning all these games. You know who you couldn't fool? You know who you couldn't pull that crap against? The Buffalo Bills. We know you too well. Now, it all doesn't matter. We know that. And that's why that win was great. But we know what time it is when it comes down to the playoffs, right? We gotta handle business in the playoffs. But yeah, you can pull all that nonsense with block punt here, block field goal here, and you got away with a freaking loss to the Ravens when Isaiah likely didn't get his tiptoe in that just an inch, and that's how y'all got the win. So, but golly, the Raiders, bro, y'all are annoying, man. Missing field goals and doing stupid stuff and snapping the ball. Not my team. Not my team. What does it say? Not my circus, not my monkey. Yeah, not mine. And I also hate that saying, by the way. Hate it. But anyway, it is what it is. My man, Zach Bark. What up, Zach? Zach says, yo, Rico, check out the snow on 24/7 Stadium Cam right now. Can't wait to get out there tomorrow. Yo, you're going to see Z-Bot. Z-Bot's going to that game tomorrow. So if you guys see my man Z-Bot, pick up a snowball, pack it up real tight, real good. Maybe leave a little bit of give to it. You don't want to hurt the man. And just get him right in the back of that head. Pow! And just say, Rico sent that for you. And I'm sure he'll love it. He'll love that. Was that from Rico? Tell him I love him too. But yeah, man, if you see my guy Z-Bot, man, make sure you pack it up real good. Just give him a good face full of right in there. And that's just a way of saying, you know what I mean? Go Bills. That's just another way of saying go Bills, man. Snowball to the back of the head, or we're going to face wash you with snow. One or the other. You guys choose how you guys want to do that. But anyway, keep an eye out for my guy Z-Bot. So, yeah, I hate KC, man. KC, I can't stand him. And the Raiders, yo, get it together, Raiders. And the Browns, y'all make me sick even more. If I'm a Browns fan, I'm pissed. I'm losing it. And Uberflus, that name alone. Uberflus, get out of here, man. Uber, get out of here. Take an Uber and leave. And Flus. Uber freaking Flus. The Bears had a chance to take down the Lions. And this is why I tell you guys, I ain't scared no damn Lions. No, the Lions are this. No, did you see that? Ain't no way. That's why I don't give them all that credit. Everybody's trying to give them all this credit or this or that. You know what? I just changed my power rankings. Bills at 1 before this game even starts. Hey, Louise, man. Anyway, let me me get back to let me get back to the show. I just can't stand stupid teams like this, man. Like, you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity to take down a division team and potentially keep your hopes alive. Actually, you're done. But at least put a loss on the Lions. No, we're going to burn all that time. Oh, my God. I was sick to my stomach, and that's not even my team. Oh, my gosh, man. Anyway, let me get back to my own team that actually is competent, and management hasn't been so bad when you start looking at all these other teams mismanage time and what they're supposed to do with it. Just saying. Anyway, yeah, Eagles better destroy the Lions, man. They better destroy. It might be Bills, Eagles, Super Bowl. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see. This is why when I was telling y'all, I didn't, no disrespect to the Lions, but I don't see nothing so great and special about them. I know who Jared Goff is. The one thing I will say that I'm like, ooh, you better watch out for that is Montgomery. Montgomery is an absolute dog. Montgomery is a dog. He's nice. Can't even take that away from him. I like him. Anyway, let me get off that real quick. All right, these Bills. What do we do? How are we doing it? How do we stay in check? How do we beat this squad? What is it that we have to do? You mean to take these boys down? Talk to me, people. Keys to the game. What are they? What are the keys to the game? We need to talk. Let's get it popping. While I get my information together and give you my opinions here, you guys have an opportunity to hashtag keys to the game and let me know what your key to the game is in terms of what the offense should be doing and what this defense should be doing. You guys let me know. I'm very interested in hearing your thoughts. So that being said, let's roll. Number one, I don't know if I should start on the offense or on the defense side. You know what? Let's start on the defensive side because it's about stopping the 49ers. And they're a team that will go in jumbo. They will go in big set, right? Have two tight ends and really just bully you on your block and push you around. That's a thing that they will do. They will do it. So what I love about the addition of Matt Milano is that if they want to go big on big, then I'll give you big on big. I'll put my hoggies on the front lines. I'll give you a 4-3 defense. I won't go nickel. Maybe I might even push my man Teron to like a safety. You know what I mean? That kind of hovers around like a nickel / safety. I don't know what they're going to do or dime. I don't know. But we're going to have to find a way to combat this big on big because I don't care what anybody tells me. Christian McCaffrey, the last 3 games, hasn't been playing well. He's been averaging 3.3 yards a game. Zach always talks about, I say Zach, Zebot. Zebot always talks about a Billsy thing to happen. A Billsy thing to happen is McCaffrey absolutely going off on us by catching simple balls out of the backfield. And we're not minding our gaps. We're not minding, our zones. And we're letting this guy just run free like we don't know who the heck he is. That is Christian mother effing McCaffrey. The great white hype. You don't mess around that brother. That brother is nice. I don't care what anybody. I don't care if he's on 2 bad Achilles. He's still nicer than a lot of these guys in this game. Now, like I said earlier, we're not great at defending the run, but when we put our mind to defending the run, we can do a very good job doing it. But that big formation does kind of scare me because we are susceptible to taking these big old runs, right? Big gashing, gaping holes that these running backs can run right through. And now you're looking at, instead of McCaffrey going off for 3.3 yards a pop, he's now running for 7. Why? And we'll be sitting here going, what the heck is going on? Why are we allowing Christian McCaffrey to do all the things he needs to do? I could totally see them doing it. Shanahan is no slouch. He's not that coach for no reason. He's always got his boys ready, and he always has these great run schemes. How do you think the boy McDaniel in Miami has had freaking buddy with 20 touchdowns? Raheem Mostert had 20-plus touchdowns. All this motion, all this, and what's great about it is we face the Miami Dolphins twice a year, so we kind of have an adaptation of what Shanahan will pull. A lot of motion, a lot of guys moving around, so it's all about discipline. But they're going to try to have a big package and bully us and push us all over the place. They know what we have on the inside. We have an undersized Ed Oliver. Let's keep it a buck. Quentin Jefferson will get his play in there. DaQuan Jones can stand his ground here and there, but he's not on 100% of the time. So they're going to push us and try to bully us on the block. They will. So the key to stopping that is to just mind your gap. Be responsible. Discipline. It's the discipline that I need from these Bills. And I need to write that down. When I come back, we could talk about it. Discipline. All right? That's number one. Number two, tackling. Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, man. The Bills have a tough time tackling. We have our moments where we just start missing tackles. We're just all over the place. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I think that we could really keep this game close if we decide to just be soft kittens. And we're trying to really get into this game and control this team, but we're missing tackles left, right, center. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. You cannot, with guys like Deebo, you can't miss tackles like that. Guy's like a freaking running back playing receiver. Now, I don't think Deebo Samuel's all that nice, personally. Like, I'm not, oh, shoot, we're playing Deebo. But when the ball is in Deebo's hands, he is dangerous. He is dangerous. So you have to mind for them getting the ball in his hand, because those end arounds, jet sweeps, quick screens, all those are the things that he excels at. So we have to be so on their ass, ready to tackle. I'm telling you right now, tackling is going to be one of the, I think that's the number one key for me. Right? It's the discipline being one of them, but tackling will be another. We've got to make our tackles. It's just imperative. Because if we don't, it's going to be a long, cold day for the defense. Now, which team is going to show up? That's why I told you I'm not a fan. I hate it. Although McDermott does have a 7-0 record coming off of a bye, I can't not acknowledge that. It's the facts. It's just what it is. And he's got these boys prepared always. But I always leave room for that one moment that we decide to just come out flat. You guys remember London? We got off the plane thinking that we nice like that, and the Jacksonville freaking Jaguars took it to us. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I mean, and Michelle Holloman, listen, thank you, Michelle. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to sit here and we got to do those things. We got to do those things. So we got to tackle. We got to tackle well. Now, the good thing about this team is we got some guys that do know how to wrap up and tackle. And I don't worry about it. And we'll see how it all makes sense, how it all ties in together. I just want to take a look at something here real quick in terms of teams that miss tackles. And I'll tell you right now, 49ers are one of the teams that missed the least amount of tackles. They missed the least amount of tackles in the game. The Bills are middle of the pack I think this is as of this year. Is that right? I got to make sure I'm looking at the right statistics here. Yep. So right now, total missed tackles, the Buccaneers are the worst. They miss the most tackles. The least missed tackles are the 49ers. They don't miss tackles. These boys are nice. They're sound. Now, they are missing Nick Bosa. They are missing a whole lot of players that could sway that just a little bit. The Bills, on the other hand, there are 28 missed tackles all year. The 49ers, 14. Just to give you context, the Buccaneers, 41. So we're middle of the pack at 28. So we got to get our act together and we've got to tackle. It's just what it's got to be. Simple as that. We know it, and we're for a team that's ranked near the bottom half of the league in stopping the run, we've got to tackle. They got Jordan Mason, I believe his name is Jordan Mason, and they got my man Christian McCaffrey just getting right. He's averaging 3.5 yards a pop right now. They're starting to ramp him up a little bit more. He's got 149 yards rushing, 43 carries in 3 games. They have not, and I was listening to some 49ers podcasts, and they're pissed off because Shanahan refuses, and I understand it, but Shanahan refuses to give the ball to Jordan Mason. And Jordan Mason, has been running the ball effectively and very well. Problem is, when you have a running back that you pay $20 million a year to, and he's healthy and ready to go, I need him, and I will pay him. Excuse me, I will give him the ball because that's a lot of money that I'm not giving the ball to. Now, question is, who you putting ahead? You putting your team ahead, or you just putting your man's ahead? You know what I mean? You putting your man's ahead, you're going to get Jordan Mason should be getting the ball because he runs the ball very effectively. But they're going to give CMC the ball. And I don't care who's running the ball. We just got to make sure we tackle. That's the main thing for me. So 2 things so far. Discipline that comes both on offense and defense, but I'll get to it more, and I'll lament on that a little more when we get to the offense side of the ball, right? And tackling. Number 3, all right? Key to the game for me, execution. Woo! This is a game where you haven't played in 2 weeks. You've been off 2 weeks now, all right? You got a huge win against the overrated Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I said it. Overrated Kansas City Chiefs that just keep winning by pure luck, but it is what it is. We'll take care of business. We'll take care of business when we have to take care of business, right? You got the Kansas City Chiefs that we took down. Then we had a whole week off. Now, how rusty are these boys going to come through? I don't know, but execution is got to be to the highest form, and I'm more specifically talking about the offensive side of the ball. We've got to execute, whatever it is. If it's that screenplay that we love throwing to Khalil Shakir, execute, right? If it's the stretch play, or inside the run tackle, or if it's a planned run by Josh or draw run by Josh, whatever it is, execute. O-line, get to the second level, get to your man. We're healthy. We're good to go. There's no excuses. They're beat up. We got to treat these boys like first week in Arizona, second half, where we got to get this win, because not only that, we get the win with that Dolphins loss on Thursday that looks absolutely terrible. Bro, we lock up the division. What are we talking about here, man? We locked the division up, making it 5-time. Making it 5-time, man. So there's a lot on the line. Not only that, but we're still playing for the number 1 seed. So there's no time for us to come in and be lackadaisical and not handle business. No, we got to handle business. It starts with discipline, starts with tackling, 100%, and you got to execute. You got to execute. Let's keep it a buck here. Josh is not a great deep ball thrower. He has not been great. Accuracy has been, you know what I mean? Can't believe I just did that, but it's just been that. Not great. So we've got to hit on those short passes. We've got to hit on the dump offs. We got to hit on those intermediate passes. We cannot put ourselves in these positions where we're sitting at 3rd and 6, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 9. We've been better on third down conversions. We have. The last 4 games have been great. We've been hitting on that 50% mark. But like in this weather that we're going to supposedly have, bro, we can't be sitting here in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. That's a recipe for absolute disaster against a team that is beat up. Fam, can't do it. Can't do it. So execution is of utmost importance. Tackling, number 1 for me. Discipline. I mean, knowing where you're supposed to be. Minding your gaps, not overshooting the gaps. You know what I mean? If you're supposed to be in the B gap, sit your ass in the B gap, blow that thing up, and let's go. Why is your ass all the way on the C gap? And having the A and B gap wide the hell open. You feel me? So if your ass is supposed to be in the B gap, yo, fill that hole. Simple as that. Anyway. And you know what? Great point by Joe, man. The Niners, as much as we sit here, I mean, listing all the injuries and what they're dealing with, they don't care. It's next man up. We got to win this game because we're 5 and 6 and we're 1 game behind. 5 and 6, and the next 2 guys are up are 6 and 5. Anything can happen in that division. So them losing this game puts them on a 3-game losing streak. All right. So you catch what I'm saying? Anyway, discipline, tackling, execution. Got to do that. Let's go to the offensive side of the ball. We got some guys that are healthy. I'd like to see more involvement of Amari Cooper because he is a key to this whole thing. They're missing some guys on the back end. They're missing some guys in the trenches. I know they have a dog in Fred Warner, so he's going to be all over the place. So we've got to make sure that we mitigate him by having him peak into our backfield and finding out where James Cook is or Ray Davis is, right? Dawson Knox doing what he has to do. But I'd like to see Amari Cooper, you know what I mean, have his game. You know what I mean? That game, that Cooper game. I want to be hearing Coop all day. Curtis Samuel, get involved. Like your playmakers. And this is the big one. It's the playmakers. I guess what I'm trying to get to is your playmakers. Get your playmakers involved. Get them to where they excel. Get them to where they're supposed to be. If it's the jet sweep you want to give to Samuel, make sure you execute. If it's that deep ball you want to give to my man Amari Cooper, get that deep ball to Amari Cooper. If Keon Coleman's going to be playing this game, which I think he should be, shoot. Let's go, man. Get that jump ball to that boy. Like, everyone's got their role. Play your role. Mac Hollins. I always forget about Mac Hollins. Can't do that to Mac Hollins. Everyone play your role. Got to. My man said, yo, keep talking Bills so I don't have to watch these Sabres. And y'all want to make fun of me when I wear my Senators hat. I mean, I don't know how the Sabres are doing. Are they doing poorly? If they are, then it makes sense for me to keep rocking my Sens hat. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's what it comes down to, keys to this game, man. When it comes to that stands out to me. That stands out to me a lot. You got to do that. And look at this. Look what the 49ers are doing, though. This year alone, 49ers, passing game, they're passing for 246 yards a game. All right? The Bills' pass defense is one of the best in the game. Okay? So passing rank, they're number 4 offense. They're throwing for 250 yards, just shy of 250 yards a game. That's the San Francisco 49ers. They're rushing for 138 yards a game. That's good for 7th. So they're a good run team regardless of how you want to look at it. Regardless of how you want to look at it. Points per game. They're putting up 23 points per game, ranked for 13th. And points against, they're ranked 20th, allowing 23 points a game. So they can be had. They will be had if we execute the way we're supposed to. Bills, on the other hand, 226 yards passing, ranked 14th, middle of the pack. We're rushing for 119 yards a game. That's ranked 11th, just one shy of being a top 10 rushing team, which we probably will be after this game. We're scoring 29 points a game, ranked number 2 in the league. I think the Ravens are number 1. And we are allowing 19 points a game, ranked 7th. We're top 10 defense yet again. Bro, this screams Bills winning this game, does it? Does it not? Am I tripping? By the way, JR, what up, Josh? Josh has been a member for 55 months, man. I love it, Josh, man. Love it. Almost 5 years, bro. Let's keep it rolling. What up, Rico? Cook will have 150-plus yards in total. 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen will be the X factor, and Shakir will have a huge game. Our defense will come out aggressive. I hope they do. I'm more fixated on this defense doing what they're supposed to do, because once the defense does what they're supposed to do, offense will roll. We're the number 2 scoring offense. We score. That's what we do. Joe Brady's got these boys ready to go. I got my boy Terrence Blanton. What up, T? Keys to the game. Hashtag keys to the game. If you guys want to let me know what you think what your keys to the game are, hashtag it, just like you see right here by my boy T Money. Keys to the game. He says, yo, run the ball, keep the 49ers off the field. I mean, that's a simple game plan, but this is the NFL. And the NFL any given freaking Sunday. Y'all already saw it, man. You saw it with the Browns pushing the Lions, which is supposed to be the best team in the NFL. And you saw it with the Bears, you saw it with the Raiders pushing the freaking Kansas City Chiefs, having an opportunity to go down and kick a freaking field goal of 50 yards to win the game. Golly, they should have had it. So pissed when I see that stuff, man. Golly. Anyway, that's what we get. Now, love to see it. Keys to the game. Let's keep it up with the keys to the game. We are going to be introducing Mr. Matt Milano, that has missed over a year of football due to a leg injury, pretty gruesome leg injury that took him some time to heal up, and then a bicep. So he is now refreshed and ready to go. The knee should not be an issue, but this will be the first time he's put it on in game time mode. And he's got the bicep. The bicep should be good to go. So let's rip it and go. This boy's activated, ready to go for the San Fran game. I can't tell you how excited I am for those that will be in the stadium that when they start naming starting players, right? And that linebacker, number 58, out of Boston College. I think it's Boston College, right? Was it Boston College? Out of Boston College. Buddy, that stadium will go absolutely berserk because we've been waiting for this brother to come back. And now that he's back, this defense feels different, bro. It's going to feel different. Now, I do want to say this so people don't get it twisted now. Matt Milano has not played in 420 games. 420 days. He's not been on the field. Matt Milano has not had game action in over a year. If people are expecting Matt Milano to return to form like he was before that gruesome injury in Jacksonville, pause for a minute. Be realistic. Be realistic. No different than when we had to give grace to Von Miller coming back from his knee injury. Now, but he's not coming back from knee injury. Rico's coming back from a bicep. No different. He hasn't been on the field since then, since the knee. So is his head all there? Is it psychological? Who knows? I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Very different, but the same and nonetheless. My daughter plays. She's a pretty damn good soccer player, and one of my daughters. I got two of them that play, but the youngest one, the youngest girl, she's a pretty good soccer player, and she got upended hard last game. You know what I mean, the ball was coming to her, and we always tell her, don't wait for the ball. You got to go to the ball. If for those that have played soccer, so she's waiting for the ball, and she's ready to receive it, turn, and you know what I mean, do your move. Goalie came in outside the box. Daughter went over, right? And I tell you this because she was effed up. Like it was a hit. The crowd was like, even the crowd. I wasn't there, but my wife was telling about it. Right? Long story short, what I'm trying to get to is this: she was having a little bit of doubt. I mean, practicing and getting nervous for the game upcoming. Oh, I don't think I can play. And I was like, and I always tell her, are you hurt or are you injured? Which is it? Because if you're injured, okay, sit. If you're hurt, play through it. You'll be all right. Right? I say this because psychologically, she was like, you know what I mean, second guessing herself. I don't know if I can. I mean, she got winded a couple weeks ago and she didn't want to go back in the game because that girl's going to hit me again. I was like, girl, get back in the game, girl. You know what I mean? But psychological, you know what I mean, thoughts and psychological maybe limitations may have you say, maybe I can't do that, or maybe so you don't know what Milano's would be thinking. So I'm thinking after the first hit, yo, I'm ready to get back into it. Let's roll. I don't know how it all plays out. Everyone's different. So we can't expect them. The point I'm trying to make is we cannot expect my man's to come in and be all pro Milano right off the rip. Can't do it. So it's one of those situations, man. My man said, yo, Rico brought the blicky. Nah. My wife she was about to get out there. And that was the second time. Yo, she did it again. She came out and just went feet first and slid into another girl, got another yellow. Everybody's like, yo, that's a red. He's like, you're right, but I can't toss a 13-year-old girl out of the game. Boy, do your job, ref. Do your job. If only NFL refs were like that. I'm not gonna throw them out. It's just let the boys play. These days, you blow on a brother, man. It's over with. Yo, he ejected out of the game. Anyway, neither here nor there. I say this for Milano to let you guys know, expect some rust. Expect some missed tackles here and there, right? Don't expect him to come out here and light things up. It's going to take a while for him to get there. So I hope psychologically he's fine. My man said, yo, psychological, he'd be fine. The problem is Dorian is playing better than he ever did. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Mr. Ashley. The problem is Dorian is playing better than he ever did. All right, boy. Now, I get your excitement for Dorian because I'm excited about Dorian Williams too. But I'm not going to sit here and let you, talk nonsense. And I say that out of love, by the way. I say that out of love. You ain't going to talk nonsense about Matt Milano like that. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Michelle, yo, Rico, only real and unbiased fans understand what you're saying. Bro, you know what time it is, man. You have to just take it with a grain of salt on what he's going to give you. But to say that Dorian Williams, I like Dorian Williams a lot. I really do. And I really hope that they find ways to get Dorian Williams on the field, in which they will. They will. He says, look it up. The man's only played 2 years. Look what up. Look what up. You acting like Matt Milano's never been one of the lead leaders in tackling before? He's always been a high-end tackler. Come on now. Let's stop the cap. Let's stop the cap. You know what I'm going to do for you? Just because. I'm just curious. Because I'm curious myself, to be honest with you. So we gonna play your game, brother. We gonna play your game. Let me just hit this real quick. Matthew Milano. Matthew Milano. He said, go look it up. I will look it up. Broski. And this is no disrespect to my man, Mr. West, because I appreciate you when we come on and we chop it up. You know it's all love. But I gotta look. So right now, Dorian Williams has 97 tackles right now. He's on pace to probably get 130 if he was a starter all the way through. Now it's gonna be, things are gonna change up a little bit. So let me look something up real quick, and we will get to it. Matthew Milano. I just want to see what Matthew Milano has done in his career in terms of tackles and so on and so forth. I'm just curious about that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta figure those things out. So Mr. Milano. And you know what? Instead of me doing it on my other computer, I'm gonna just do it here so I can share my screen. How about that? How about them apples? Matt Milano. Let's see what Mr. Milano has done in his career. I mean, sometimes you gotta pull up and pop on him. You feel me? All right, let me share my screen to my folks real quick. This is what I love about the internet. The internet, you need to find some stuff out. It's right there at the fingertips, baby. Right there at the fingertips. We are smarter than we've ever been now because we have these things. So let me share my screen to you fine folks. Let me see if I can try to enlarge my screen for you guys. All right, there. That should do the trick for you guys. Can you guys see that? Perfect. You guys can see that. Let me just remove this thing for you so we can look at this together. Let's get rid of this. So Matt Milano. All right, let's go to the defense. So he's had 100 tackles because I wanted to see for myself. He had 100 tackles in 2019. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah, combined. So 100 total tackles here. He had 99 over here. And what's that star mean? Let me see what that star means. What does that star mean? Does that star mean anything? I saw a star somewhere. Oh, there it is. We got a Pro Bowl and we have an All Pro. So don't be talking to me. I did on purpose, by the way. What's that star mean? Don't be talking to me like he's better. Bro, you got a Pro Bowler and an All Pro. But you're gonna talk to me about look it up. He's better. Fam, he's playing nice. I like Dorian. I'm not gonna knock one to prop up another. We could love both these players, man. And that boy, if you let him hit you, and this is what I love about Dorian Williams. You let Dorian Williams hit you, it's a wrap. But Milano does damage the same way too. I mean, and here's the great thing about Milano. I'm not going to sit here and just talk about his tackles because you got QB hits. Where's the stuff that I really want to show you? There we go. Here's the stuff I really want to show you, right? So you got 10 interceptions career-wise. All right. How many sacks my brother have? How many sacks? Am I still, where's my sack? They're not even sure. They're not even let me show you the stats for sacks. Hold on. Is it down here? Oh, that's on the offense side of the ball. It's not a big deal anyway. The point of the matter is this. This boy forces fumbles. He recovers fumbles. He's got 9 fumble recoveries. He's got 3 forced fumbles. A boy's 39 pass defense. Bro, come on now. Don't play with us. I mean, you should be thrilled that he's coming back. You should be thrilled. What are we talking about here, man? What are we talking about here? Anyway, it's neither here nor there. We all know what time it is when it comes to our guy, Matt Milano. So we're glad to have him back. And we'll see. Why doesn't the sacks? I know he's got some sacks in there too, but they're not showing it. It's not a big deal. No big deal at all. But anyway, I appreciate you coming through and say look it up because you allowed me to look up and let you know. He said, let me call in. I let you call in. Call in for what? So you can say, but because nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. But I will tell you this though. I will tell you this. I'm a big fan of Dorian Williams. You guys have heard me say it. I want to give him his flowers. I think he stepped in admirably while in the absence of Matt Milano. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I'm looking forward to seeing everything this brother's got to do, man. I'm looking forward to everything that this guy's gonna come in and bring to this defense. And what's nice is that you can now let Bernard really quarterback the middle of that defense, and you have my man on the weak side just doing his thing, man, just sideline to sideline, let him roll. Love it. I've been waiting for this since the offseason to have these two guys on the field, and I can't wait. I'm excited for it. But I also know that he's probably most likely going to be on a pitch count. They're not going to give him 100% of the freaking plays. You're not gonna play 80 snaps. Well, not 80 snaps, excuse me, 80% of your snaps, right? It's usually about like 70, 71 plays, give or take. So you're not gonna play all that. All right. So we'll see. And let's keep it real. Dorian Williams is not a coverage linebacker. That's not his forte. Matt Milano can blitz. Matt Milano can cover. Matt Milano can tackle. So don't come to me with this check the stats. You know what I mean? Check the stats. I did. I showed you all pro. I showed you Pro Bowl. I feel like I'm going at my guy, but I'm not really going at you. You know it's love. It's love. My man said, yo, look, people are guarded about Milano. Love the player, but he can be criticized. Of course he can. He can absolutely be criticized. I'll tell you right now, that's why I said you got to watch out. He's going to be rusty. He's going to miss tackles. He's going to be out of position. He's going to over pursue potentially. He might look a tad slow. Damn, he ain't the same guy he used to be. He might get caught, right? This guy's coming in. These guys are 13 games into the season. These guys are well-oiled machines. He's just coming in cold. So expect, some challenges. Expect that. You got to. I don't see why nobody wants to. You got to. Kudos to him, man. Kudos to him. By the way, Dorian Williams leads the team with 97 tackles, total tackles. Gotta love it. And he's got 59 solo. He also leads the team with 59 solo. DeMar Hamlin is the next guy with 65 tackles. Terrell Bernard, 57. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love to see it. Anyway, so those were the keys to my game. Let me recap. Discipline, tackling, execution, and the playmakers gotta step up. Gotta get the playmakers to do what they do. It's that simple. Got to. There's no ways about it. Gotta get them to do it. Now, as for the 49ers, that's still a good team that we gotta respect on what they're bringing. Shanahan is no slouch. He's no B. You know what I mean? So although his team is sitting at a 5-6 record, third in the NFC West, excuse me, they're still very much in the thick of things. Very much in the thick of things. Brock Purdy's having a solid year, man. He's 2,600 passing yards. He's got a similar year to Josh Allen, to be honest with you. He's got 8 interceptions. Josh is sitting at 19 and 5 interceptions. Jordan Mason, 711 yards. And obviously Christian McCaffrey's just still getting on. But what really stands out to me is how we're going to try to bottle and deal with George Kittle and Juwan Jennings and Deebo Samuels, right? And don't forget, Ricky Pearsall is involved in this too. He's a route running type of guy. So look, the middle of the field is where they're going to try to attack with Deebo, because they don't have that stretch the field type guy on this squad. That was your Brandon Ayuk player. Brandon Ayuk gone for the year. So how they're going to attack teams is where it's going to be interesting. So I'm not sleeping on this San Francisco team whatsoever. None whatsoever. Craven said, as Rico said, man, Dorian is not a coverage linebacker. Milano is a better all-around linebacker. Dorian having more tackles doesn't make him a better player. No, it doesn't. Right? There's guys, the guy that leads the league in tackles probably is on an awful team. But it doesn't make him the best player. It just makes his team is garbage, and he's got to make all the tackles. I don't know who leads the league in tackles. Let's see. I'm curious. Who leads the league in tackles? Right now, Zaire Franklin leads the league in tackles. He's got 123 tackles. And the Colts are in the thick of things. They ain't the best team by any stretch. By any stretch. Nick Cross, after him, has 116. Robert Spillane, 111. Roquan Smith, 110. Eric Kendricks, 97. Logan Wilson, 104. Listen, all that doesn't matter. But love both players. Not going to hate on one more than the other. Love them both. My man Walter's replying to Miss Ashley West says, I agree. Milano isn't that great of a tackler. He's had high missed tackle rates through his career. And we all remember that Texas playoff game on the long Watson run. Listen, I remember that game and I remember that play. Let's not forget, it was him and Saron Neal coming at the same time. I'm not a scientist and I'm not a physician. What do you call those things, man? Those guys that, they do the calculations of physics of here and there and the tackle and the amount of weight coming this way. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that took place on that play. I was livid, absolutely livid when that play happened. But it's in the past. Golly, that game made me so upset. Man. Anyway, I remember that. Those two came together at the same time. Boom. But I also remember Matt Milano having open space on Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson made him go, ooh, ooh, knee to the ground, and Lamar was gone. So everyone can get got. So this is an ability for him to try to get back to it and get back in the graces and get nitty gritty, get dirty. And he will. Give him some time. He'll get into form. But back to San Fran. George Kittle leads their team with 49 receptions. Juwan Jennings right after that with 47. So these boys can play. So it'll be a matter of where they get these footballs, where they put them in place. Because right now it's about putting Deebo Samuel in space. Juwan Jennings ain't gonna stretch the field like you think he's going to. But sometimes broken plays happen. But thank goodness we have a great player in Rasul Douglas. Thank goodness we have Christian Benford, Bernard. Like, this team defense is fantastic. So I have a lot of optimism for this defense against this 49ers offense. But I ain't sleeping on their weapons. Purdy is a smart individual. He's a good quarterback. He was in line for MVP talk just a couple years ago, last year or the year before. So let's not sleep on Brock Purdy. He's coming back from an injury, but they ain't going to put him back if he's not ready to go. So he'll be ready to go. So treat him as such. But listen, man, ain't nobody sleeping on this offense, man. They got some guys. They're going to use Kyle Juszczyk somehow, some way. Ricky Pearsall in the slot. The last couple of games, he hasn't done ish because I have him on my fantasy team, so I know. Christian McCaffrey, they're going to use him. They're going to use him in space. So we just have to be disciplined and tackle well. And we be all right, man. Listen, our pass protection, and this comes to discipline and tackle well and all those things, we have one of the best O-lines in the game, and we're getting healthier. And Josh Allen is one of the least sacked quarterbacks. I think he's the second least sacked quarterback. He's been sacked 13 times. 13 times. So kudos to the O-line. Kudos to what they've been able to do and keep Josh upright. And he's a newly freaking fiance, man. Keep that brother clean for his girl. Keep him clean. So let's roll. This is why I love this game coming up. It's gonna be fun and a lot to look forward to. So the one thing that I want to make sure that you guys understand is coming into this game, there's a lot riding on this. 49ers need this win. Their backs against the wall. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They need this. Out of the last 6 games? Let me just take a look here real quick. Out of the last 6 games for these 49ers, let me scroll on back real quick. I think they've lost 3 of the last 6. I think they've lost 3 of their last 6 games, man. So these boys, let me make sure I got this right. Excuse me. They've lost 3 of their last 5, right? Obviously, they lost to Green Bay last, then they lost to Seahawks 20-17. They beat Tampa, they beat Dallas, and they lost to KC 28-18. So they're going up against a juggernaut in the Bills, and we got to treat them as such, as a juggernaut. We got to walk all over them. That's what I hope. That's what we'll see. But listen, don't think it's going to be a beatdown, folks. And if it's a beatdown, I'll take it. I will gladly take it, but I'm not expecting it. I certainly am not expecting it. And the weather will play a factor. But I'm not going to sit here and act like the weather's not going to play it. Like, it's going to play a factor. But I'm also not going to put excuses as this is why our offense couldn't do ish at this, that, and the third. I ain't going to be like these Miami Dolphins. Well, if it was a little warmer. Boy, please, man. Boy, please. I don't want to hear it. And it's what, 28, 25 degrees, what it's going to be in Celsius, because that's how I deal with normal people. What we do with Celsius, it's -3. -3 ain't bad. -3 is not bad, man. Just buckle up, put a little toque on, put a couple layers on, get your gloves on. You'll be all right. Now, the wind chill, I don't know how that's going to play out. But, I mean, it's going to be all right. It's going to be chilly, but it ain't going to be that chilly. If you remember when the Bills played the Bears a couple years back, golly, man. Crazy. Anyway, so there it is for me, folks. I mean, there's not much else for me to kind of lament on and stay on. I mean, we don't turn the ball over. We're number 2 in the league right now with 7 turnovers. We are a team that doesn't give the ball up, which I love. That's what you love to see and what you love to hear. And Josh Allen is making his case for an MVP run. He just has to continue to do what he does. Now that we're healthy, it just makes life even better. So we need this dub, man. Like my man Bill I Am said, we need this dub more for the division champs and a record. I'll tell you right now, we got a T. Like I told you guys, we have a design ready to go. And for those that sent me emails, we appreciate it. We saw the emails. We did. Unfortunately, great ideas, but we already had something in place, and we went with that one right there. But it's gonna be dope. So be ready. www.supportbf.com. www.supportbf.com. Everything will be there. We'll have that tee cranked up, ready to go. Be the first to grab it. I think it's a dope design. I think it's gonna be chill. And listen, man, 5-time champs is in the bounce right now to earn this division sooner than later. And here's the thing. We'll be the 7th team that's been able to lock up their division with more than 5 to 6 games left in the season. And there's not been a team that's done it since 2019. I think it was the Buccaneers. So it hasn't been done in a long time, folks. So kudos to these Bills, man. They're going to try to go 5-time and take this thing. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. If there's guys, listen, I'm going to hit the chat real quick. If you guys have anything to want to drop in here, go ahead and drop that in the chat. And we will go from there. I told you it's going to be a short one. I'm at an hour 12. It's not bad. I usually go for about an hour and a half. I mean, we there, folks. We there. So if there's something you want to jump in there. I got my man Walter. Walter says, I heard the 49ers turned up the AC to max to prepare for this game. Whether true, I don't know if that's going to work, but if it does, kudos to them. But what they don't realize is that wind is a different ball game. That snow hits different. My man said, I can see Ray Davis having a good game. Let me tell you something, man. I have, let me see if I can open it up. My fantasy team is an absolute mess. Listen, I'm not going to make the playoffs this year. At least I don't think so. I got 2 more games. I'm 5-7 to get into the playoffs with a 7-7 record. I don't know if it's going to happen. But that's where I'm at, man. If you guys use the Sleeper app, it's one of the better apps to use for fantasy. And I'm absolutely pissed off at my team right now. I want to share my team with y'all, man, because I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed with how my squad is looking. So let me share my screen real quick with y'all, so you guys have an idea of what I'm working with my fantasy team. I don't know about y'all. If your fantasy team is doing great, I hate you. But mine right now is not doing so. We're not hot. We're not so hot right now. So I thought I had a good squad, man. I thought we were going to do big things. Look, CJ Stroud has really absolutely effed me this year. He's absolutely effed me, okay? Kenneth Walker, I'm starting Ray Davis this week because something tells me Ray Davis would be nice. And I also have no choice but to start Ray Davis, right? I got T. Higgins in there, D-Hop. That's it. I mean, Laporta, he came through for me. Amari Cooper, I'm starting Amari Cooper, and I got Shakir. I got both boys playing this game. Could it be suicide? Who knows? I mean, Sanders didn't really give me anything for the Miami kicker. I got the Bills defense. I think they'll be all right. I have an ability to start Matthew Stafford. I'm not sure if I start Stafford against New Orleans or CJ Stroud versus Jacksonville. I kind of like CJ Stroud versus Jacksonville, but I mean, it's a division game. And then I got Eckler, that's gone, so he's out. Dobbins out. Look at this. And Zay Flowers this was my worst pickup. This guy has been inconsistent all year, and I can't stand it. Look at this bum, right? Started off great. Started off fantastic for me. I mean, 89 snaps, doing all that stuff. He had a great first week. He had 11. Then he had 22. Then look at this, 5, 2. Then he goes 19. Then he just fell off after this. 4, 18, 30. I mean, 7, 11. Nah, I need more from you, bro. Anyway, he's been killing me. He's been killing me. So right now it's not looking good, folks. It's not looking good. Your boy's in rough shape. Your boy's in rough shape. I don't think it's gonna work out for me this year. This year is gonna be it's no good, man. It's no good. If you look at the playoffs, I'm not even close. My brother's talking big-ish. He thinks he's big nice right now. Right now I'm in the toilet bowl. If I can make my way out, get a couple more wins, maybe your boy can kind of salvage what's going on. But right now I'm facing an uphill battle. I'm going against Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. I didn't even notice I'm going against Saquon Barkley. Jalen Hurts and Saquon against Baltimore. That'll be an interesting one. That'll be a fun one to watch. He's got Rashad White. Man, look at this. Jalen Reed already gave him 20 points. Jacoby Myers gave him 15. Bro, it's not looking good for you, boy. It's not looking good. We'll see. What am I at right now? I got 31. I got a 30% chance to win. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, kid. It's not looking good. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Jacksonville's got the worst pass. I think I might just leave Stafford. Y'all say Stafford all the way? What? I don't know, man. Jacksonville defense, though, that Jacksonville Jaguars defense, I'm not feeling that. Yeah, my fantasy team was no good this year. So, folks, that's it for moi. So, just to give you guys a heads up, Z-Bot is going to the game. So, this is just a little preview to tomorrow. I may do a pregame, may not, depending, because this might be it. And it'll be just me doing the post-game show because my man Z-Bot's going to be on his way home. Hopefully, you know what I mean? Dancing on his own, I'll be dancing on my own. So I hope we're dancing tomorrow. So it's going to be just me solo dolo, like the good old days. And we're hoping that we're talking about a great time. We're not trying to hear nothing about, oh, the Bills didn't do this and that. No. We're trying to have a good time. We want these Bills showing up and showing out and making sure that we handle our business. That's how we want it, and that's how we should keep it. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I'm looking at it. So that being said, that's the way I look at it. Those are keys to the game. Once again, discipline, tackling, execution. We got to execute. Whatever Joe Brady puts out on there, whatever Babbage is putting out, we got to execute. Be where you're supposed to be. Because these boys, Lord, all I know is when you're where you're supposed to be, good things happen. Right? Interception, Taylor Rapp, where you're supposed to be. Boom. Pick. So that's what we need. And last but not least, man, playmakers show up. You had 2 weeks to rest. Playmakers show up. That's what I need for my playmakers, man. Real talk. So at the end of the day, man, we'll do maybe do a little pregame, a little small half-hour pregame show. Maybe we'll talk about hot takes, maybe bold takes, what we think could happen, and we'll go from there. Like I said, man, we got t-shirts. It's all there, folks. So supportbf.com. Everything is there. And we'll go from there, man. This boy better be ready. This boy better be ready because we got a whole lot of winning to do. We got to take that division. We got to take that division. We need that division. We got to take it, and we'll go from there, man. So that being said, that's my time, folks. If you guys enjoyed the show, do me a favor, smash that like. I'll tell you right now, man, we're trying to reach 30,000 subscribers. And we are less than, 1,050. We need it, but we'll just call it an even 1,000. We'll work the rest out. But 1,000, we need 1,000 more subscribers. So if you have not shared this stream, go ahead and share that stream. If you guys have not followed us on all our socials, from Twitter to Instagram, you name it, go ahead and follow us. We're all there. If you have not followed me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It's very simple, Rico_BF_. That's my tag. And also, follow me on Bleach Report. If you guys have not followed me on Bleach Report, I'm one of the Bills content creators for Bleacher. So go ahead and follow me on the Bleacher Report. I'll be going live right after the game. So give me some time before I jump on with y'all. I got to do Bleacher first. So come join me on the Bleacher Report. Download the app. Go ahead and download that app. And that way you can follow me. Also, the name right here. is Rico_BF. And then we hit live. And I'm hoping that we will be doing a whole lot of these. I'm trying to figure out what song I'm gonna use. I mean, I gotta get my dance moves in, right? You feel me? So I gotta get that going. And we'll go from there. So listen, salute to my guy, John Paulo Keefe Chief. I appreciate you, bro. So that being said, folks, Josh, congratulations to my guy Josh. He got himself a fiance. So you know what I mean? We're gonna call her Josh Hollywood. Josh is Hollywood now, man. He got himself a Hollywood lady. So he Hollywood now. So when Josh is scoring touchdowns, man, he Hollywood to me. There we go. Let's go Hollywood J. Hollywood Josh scoring touchdowns, man. I love it. So congrats to my guy. And we will go from there. So folks, smash that like, hit that sub, hit your notifications. Follow me on all the socials, Bleacher Report, all that, Twitter. Follow the Instagram, follow the Twitter, all that stuff. Buffalo Fanatics and myself and my boy Zeba and my guy Pierre and my guy Bobby. I mean, the whole squad, Thigh Doc, the whole writing squad. Follow us all. Find us on all social platforms and we'll go from there. So that being said, you guys have yourself a great evening, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I gotta get to church in the morning, so I gotta get my stuff laid out. Gotta go suited and booted. I mean, give the man the praise, and then we're back at it. I gotta do some coaching for my girls' soccer game tomorrow, so I gotta get her head in the game because she's a little psyched out. But we go, Daddy, get her back in the game, and then we watch the football. And then we get ready for Sunday night football with our boys. So until next time, it's your boy Rico. It's the Buffalo Fanatics, and we'll catch you guys on the flip. Until next time.
Rico going live, talking to my people, cause the team's driven like West Hurt. Other teams can't, it's a repo. The opponents gotta call up Triple O. Bills Mafia, we heating up, we too electrical. We got Bean the Plug, electric show. We wired up, hit up Rico, he fired up. We know where we stand on the power rankings. Other teams fans in the comments hating, we block them all. We protecting Josh, salute to him, he the general now. Rico got legends for interviews, how the Buffalo Bills got the best fan base away. Games red, white, blue in the crowd. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Play good, be humble. Number 17, the captain. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Hey, I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Yeah. Buffalo Fanatics. It's Don Brown. Yeah. I'm a fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Play good, be humble. Number 17, the captain. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Hey, I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Just like Rico going live, talking to my people. Cause the team's driven like West Hurt. Other teams can't, it's a repo. The opponents gotta call up Triple O. Bills Mafia, we heating up, we too electrical. We got Bean the Plug, electric show. We wired up, hit up Rico, he fired up. We know where we stand on the power ranking. Other teams fans in the comments hating, we block them all. We protecting Josh, salute to him, he the general now. Rico got legends for interviews, how the Buffalo Bills got the best fan base away. Games red, white, blue in the crowd. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Play good, be humble. Number 17, the captain. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Hey, I'm a Buffalo fanatic.